are listening to Nocturnal Frequency Radio, hosted by Steve Jenny and his satanic assistant, Alex Houdini, both of whom can't go into churches without vomiting.
Hey, all, how you doing?
Sorry, I was busy vomiting.
You didn't have that much to drink last night.
No. So I'm making up for it now.
Well
Yeah,
done, well done.
he's drinking the hard stuff tonight.
Mm-hmm.
No grapefruit?
A what?
No grapefruit?
No grapefruit.
No grapefruit. I left them at Steve's house.
Oh, good plan. Good plan.
Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do with all this shit now? Just kidding. So hey everybody, welcome tonight. This is kind of a bonus show for the upcoming season, September 8th, which is a Friday. Normally we are live every Sunday night, but the opener is with Reeves Cook, so we have to broadcast earlier at 6 p.m., which is, I believe, 11 p.m. UK time. That's September 8th. Do catch that show. And we're just going to shoot the shit tonight about a few things. And we're happy to have our good friend, Dr. Demon Gord, with us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Always great to have you. And I want to give a shout out to people in chat so far. You know, people like Mick. Hey, Mick, how are you, Cal? And Dinkum, how are you? Glad to hear that rally. He was on like a rally in the Outback for like 8 days or something like that. Please, Dinkum, correct me if I'm wrong in chat. Mark, good to see you. Hey, the bearded drifter. Hey, how are you, man? How's it good? How's it going? Tracy, good to see you. I said Cal, right? Some guy named Gord Westwater.
I don't know who that is. Loser.
He's a drifter, if anything.
Yeah. Got a really cool shopping cart. It's out of this world.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. He the bearded drifter got his sticker yesterday. His NFR stickers.
Nice.
Awesome, dude. Thanks for grabbing them. And please send us a picture of it on your motorcycle. That'd be cool. Hey Kevin, how are you? Yeah, we'd love to see it on your motorcycle. That's awesome, man. What kind of motorcycle, drifter? What kind are we talking about? Key question: who is winning the burrito Cold War? I don't know who's winning it. When's the last time you had a burrito?
It's been a while.
What's a while?
Almost going on half a year.
Hey Brady, how are you? Good to see you, man. It's been a while. And I must again say thank you to Dr. Demon Gord for bringing the bone breaker. The bone breaker.
And for all you dirty minds, it's the bone, not boner breaker.
Of course. And you know, I want to talk a little bit in a while, not right now, but about this project that we got going. Thanks to Sab, who watches the show. Sab came up with this brilliant idea for DeForest and putting together a collection to purchase a new trail cam so we can put it up and see what that trail cam will capture. I think that's
a good idea.
That's a fucking awesome idea.
That
man.
is a good idea.
So anyways, I want to thank there's been a couple people who have already donated to the cause. I think Safari and Mark C. Mark, yeah, by the way, who's in chat. Hi, how's it going? Have donated so far. So I mean, the more the merrier, guys. And guys, if you know, like I'm not when it comes to like great specs for trail cams, if you guys are in the know about it, please let me know. I I don't want to get a shitty one. I want to get half decent one for you guys. And obviously one that'll allow us to download images onto an app. I mean, I believe there's a whole bunch out there that are quite like Ring, right? That will download any activity that it captures into this app that you can watch, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that later on in the show as well. You know what? Today, although, okay, so bearded is okay. So Yamaha Virigo, 353 custom built myself, 8 hangers, and it's loud as hell. Awesome. Hey Simon, how are you? Good to see you, buddy. The louder the better when it comes to motorcycles, right? But please, dude, if you do either throw it on your motorcycle, do send us a fucking picture. We'd love to see it. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Riding the open roads with the bearded drifter on his motorcycle. That's awesome. So last night it was fucking cold.
Yes, it was.
I mean, even you, Gord, you were complaining that it was cold.
That's why I had to leave. I'm frozen, but it's August. I was confused.
Yeah.
But did it give you a hint that the fall is on its way?
Yes, because on the way up to see leaves were falling off the trees.
What?
Yes. It's August. I'm scared.
Yeah. Say scared. No, I say bring it on.
Oh, me too. Bring it on.
I don't want to wear pants. No.
You never. Well, come on. Seriously, you're the short guy.
Yeah, but since I started working outside, I've lost all tolerance.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, I never thought that day would ever come.
I'm also old. I'm old now.
I'm old. I'm old. I'm old.
I've accepted it. Nothing I can do about it.
That's right.
Well, yeah, exactly. But yeah, so anyways, it's getting colder. Well, I mean, today was half decent. Today was not a bad day.
No,
That
not
was
at
good.
all.
It was
Today-
cooler in the morning, but it was nice in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was nice in the afternoon, and this evening, I guess it's supposed to go down to 12.
Yeah.
12, something like that.
It's going to be good sleeping weather.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So I mean, Alex, what do you look forward to the most when it comes to the fall?
Death and destruction.
Death and destruction. Now, Gord, in your metal lead vocalist vocals, death and destruction.
Death and destruction.
Nice.
No,
I look forward to the cooler weather. Obviously, I don't like the heat. Right?
You don't like the heat?
No,
I don't like the heat either.
So I mean, it's there's that aspect of it. The changing, like the color changing of the leaves and all that kind of stuff. It looks nice.
Yeah.
But it's the eeriness of the time that I look forward to the most.
The essence.
Like last
the
year,
atmosphere. Yeah.
last year on Halloween Day,
Mm-hmm.
I went for a drive just north of where I live, where it's like in the country.
Yeah.
And it was great because I happened to go for a drive right when it was like foggy as well.
Oh,
So it gave that
that's
extra
awesome, man.
layer of atmosphere on Halloween Day.
Nice.
You know, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed when you've come in. Well, when you come over to my place and you come in the front hallway, I've got pictures of trees
Yes.
in the fog. Like
They're
those
very
are
good shots.
those are actual shots that I took in the fall. And I'm like, okay, because I used to work nights, and as soon as I'd leave work, I get home, grab my camera, and scoot up to, just north of here to capture that rolling mist that was still hanging around, up there along the farmlands and shit. And I was lucky enough to grab some photos, but this one photo I don't. I wish I had. I mean, I still have it. I just don't know where I've put it. Are you guys familiar with Salem Pioneer Cemetery on the corner? I don't know
Yes.
if you know Gord?
I've been there once by accident.
Yeah.
Just one of those stumbled upon it things.
Yeah. So I took a couple photos in there the one morning and I'm like, wow, these are incredible. These are just ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So I mean I'm in the mood to do that too. That's one thing I need to revigorate the passion for the fall. I always find myself rushing to kind of get into the mood of the last few years because of working a lot and shit like that. But this year, I've been able to manage to get 4 weeks off
Very nice.
in October. So
Look at you.
yeah, so I'm definitely going to be doing some photography and checking out some. You know what? I don't know. Do you guys? One thing I like to doing too is going to small little towns that have like harvest festivals, like something going on that's kind of harvest related and Halloween related.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Okay.
well, Milton's not a small town, but they have that pumpkin fest, right?
Yeah. Or like you're talking about fall fairs and stuff like that.
All fairs, shit like that. I mean, I told you
Like
guys,
ours is coming up in September. The fall fair in our town here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to it?
I have, yeah.
Any good?
It's okay. Nothing spectacular, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where do they have it?
Just literally like 2 minutes from my house.
Well, I know, but where? Like, is there like a huge park?
Yeah,
that they
we have like a fairgrounds just a bit north of where I live.
Yeah.
That's where they hold it every year. They also do like the derbies and the tractor pulls in that same location too.
And this, you heard me drop the corn maze last night.
Yeah.
That place is fucking amazing, man. Like this guy, I don't know how many acres it is, but the guy grows the corn and literally has a massive fucking maze. You literally get lost in this thing. At night, it's the best. You literally get in the mode of
Gord, I think
being
we got to go there and scare the shit out of people when they come
seriously.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
I'm,
thinking.
I'm not fucking kidding you, man. It's awesome. Right? It I mean, yeah, they have this fucking thing where you gotta find all the numbers and shit like that. It's always different each year, but I mean the sheer atmosphere of going into a corn maze at night is awesome. It gives you that fall dreaded feeling. And by
There's
the
such
way,
thing as fall dreaded.
yeah. By the way, guys, I'm gonna
Mm.
let you guys know now, because Gord, I mentioned it to you last night, but I didn't tell you the date.
Yes.
But the date for this year's Horror Fest
Yes.
will be Saturday,
Yes.
Saturday, Saturday, October 14th.
Nice.
So if you guys are available, you're more than welcome to come.
I am. Yes.
There you go. Hey, Yvonne. Hey, I know that person.
Troublemaker.
Troublemaker, yeah. So that's Saturday, October. Why am I saying that? Saturday, October 14th is the annual Horror Fest.
I'm down with this.
All right. So mark it in your calendar and bang.
Can we watch horror porn?
We can watch horror porn. You know when I'd like to get a hold of a copy, and I'm sure I probably won't. It won't be a problem. Is Talk to Me.
Yeah, I've been hearing about this.
That looks fucking good.
Does it?
Yeah. Yeah. Out in the cornfield looking for Brother Malachi. Yeah, exactly. Alex will relate to that one, right, Alex?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this is a recent film, right? Talk to me.
Yeah, it just came out.
Oh.
I think it's in theaters right now.
Yeah, it's not on those other sites.
No, not yet. No. Not worried about that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they rush it to some sort of streaming thing or whatever before Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good possibility. yeah.
Before October even. Right? Because I mean, they'll let it play a few weeks in the theater, see how it does, and then all of a sudden, bang, you'll start seeing it around. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I've heard a lot of hype about it, and apparently it's really good. Somebody has seen it in the theater,
Huh.
Right.
and they thought it was one of the best flicks
Oh, no way.
they have seen.
This
it.
is yeah.
It's an
it's
Australian
something-
flick, I believe.
Oh, Babadook.
What's that, Alex?
They summon demons based on the embalmed hand. They like
Yeah,
I've seen that concept before.
yeah. So we'll see, man. Apparently it's good, so I'm looking forward to it. I actually should go get into the theater. I keep saying I got to see a movie in a theater. It's been so fucking long. I mean, I haven't been in a theater to see a movie in I don't know how long.
Wow, I'm the same way. I think literally the last movie I saw in the theater was Dunkirk,
Really?
Yeah.
And that was what?
2020, 19, 20.
Oh wow. How about you, Alex?
Even prior to that, I'm not usually one to go to the theaters to begin with,
Yeah.
so I can't even remember the last time I went to a theater.
You can't remember.
No, it was definitely before COVID. I just don't know how long before.
Yeah, I think it was before COVID
Yeah.
for me too. Before.
2017.
Wow.
There you go.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, mine was probably even before that too.
Oh, no, wait, that's wrong. Hold on. I just remembered there was another one in there.
Oh.
And before I announce the title, hold on a second. It was 2019 was the last time I was in the theater to
Yeah.
see Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Ooh.
Loved
That-
it.
Yeah?
I love Guillermo del Toro. Love that guy.
Yeah, I like him, but I think he's hit and miss sometimes. I don't
Sure.
though I do like him. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of his earlier stuff though. His early stuff is just amazing.
He
Yeah.
was supposed to fucking do a H.P. Lovecraft movie, man. But
I thought, did he not do one already?
no. He wants to do In the Mountain of Madness.
Oh fuck,
Oh, that'd be
Right.
cool.
that would be cool, but very hard.
That's part of the reason why it hasn't happened,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that's something that he's been wanting to do for such a long time, and it keeps going back and forth. Like he's gonna do it, and then he's not gonna do it. He's gonna do it. It's up in the air. But it would be a very nice story to have in the movies.
I know there's another Spanish director that did Mountain of Madness. I'm just trying to remember. Hold on a sec. Oh, what the fuck was his name again? Somebody's beat me to it. Okay. Of course, I can't find it.
Isn't that always the way?
Yeah.
Are you sure it was that movie? Like that story that it was
Yeah, I'd have to check it
yeah,
out.
you're not thinking at the Mouth of Madness, are you?
No.
That was a good movie, by the way.
I vaguely remember it. I would really need to
Yeah,
watch it.
I vaguely remember that.
That's with Sam Neill.
Yeah.
They actually filmed the cathedral in that
yeah.
movie was actually the one up in Markham, Cathedral
Okay.
Town.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I vaguely remember that. It's been eons since I watched that.
It's a good movie.
Sam Neill's cool. Period.
I like Sam Neill.
I like Sam Neill.
Sam Neill is in one of my favorite horror movies of all time, Event Horizon.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Are you serious? Come on, seriously? No,
What?
that was a good movie.
Love it.
I don't know if I call it horror, but it was a good movie.
I know it's more of a sci-fi, but I mean,
Yeah.
I guess sci-fi horror. Yeah.
Kind of like Aliens. It's a sci-fi horror, I guess.
So an Aliens.
That was
ripoff.
actually that was
No,
on
it
not
wasn't
too
an
long
Aliens
ago.
ripoff. What?
I was on not too long ago. Event Horizon.
Yeah, spaceship that goes to hell. What more do you want?
Well, I think doesn't Tubi has it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe that's where I saw it.
I think you can see it on watching on Tubi. Tubi has some really cool flicks.
yes, they do.
Some really cool flicks.
I was just telling Gord yesterday, actually, if you have a VPN on your phone and you turn it on, you go to Tubi, it'll actually go, like if you go and turn it on to the US, for example, they actually have Tubi TV, so live TV.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
look at that. What the hell?
does a VPN work with Facebook?
No, it doesn't work with everything, but with Tubi it does. Like I've tried it with Netflix. It doesn't work well with Netflix or even Prime. But with Tubi, you do see the difference.
Well, you know what I mean with this whole fucking news blackout bullshit.
I haven't tried it.
It's a joke. It's seriously. It's to
Prevent the spreading of fake news.
well, no,
We brought it on ourselves.
well, no, it's basically to help preserve Canadian content, as the government puts it. That these companies, these news outlets are bleeding red because the links are being shared free on these social platforms, but it doesn't matter. You got to click on the link and it takes you to the source. I mean, and then when you go to the fucking source, some of these places they charge you to read the whole article.
Yeah, they do.
So
They're fucking stupid.
Exactly. So what the fuck do you
The
want?
Globe and Mail does that. The Star does that. And all those fucking media companies.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fucking crying. Like they're fucking whining little sacks of shit.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
Oh man, hold on. I don't know why that came up, but I stream a lot too. Hey B, how are you? It's just but if anything, I think it is just another form of trying to control what we are able to look at. Plain and simple. Right? I mean, let's face
the majority of this fucking news shit that comes up is American anyway.
Well, I get that, but I mean, when you want to share a fucking link to an authentic article, you can't because of that.
Yep.
Right. And I mean, you look at what's happening out in BC with all the fires, and they're pleading with the social media guys.
It's just Facebook at the moment that's doing it.
What?
Anything Meta. So Facebook.
Yeah.
And
So
Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, they're the only ones that Google hasn't started that yet.
No.
Yeah, they have.
No, they haven't.
Yeah,
I'm still getting Canadian content on my Google search.
Yeah, because it's concentrated to your area.
I know, but that's the whole point. They wanted to stop that too, and they haven't yet.
They wanted to stop what? Concentrating on your own area?
So Google wants to stop showing Canadian content on search. So if you're here in Canada trying to search for a Canadian content or a news article, it will not show up.
I thought
they implement it.
When are they supposed to start this? I thought
they haven't yet. I don't know when they're supposed to, but they haven't yet.
And what about YouTube? YouTube's supposed to as well.
That's part of Google and still haven't yet.
Well, yeah.
Right. So the only ones that have done it so far is Facebook or Meta. So they've done it on Instagram. They've done it on YouTube. I don't know if Threads is the same way or not, because I'm still seeing Canadian content on Threads.
Yeah, fucking weird, man. It's just stupid.
It is.
really
It's fucking
is.
stupid. All it is a fucking, fucking dick fight between the two countries or between fucking Meta
Between a
and
government and a fucking corporations. And honestly, if anybody's getting hurt, it's the general public.
Of course.
It's
But
got
that's always the way it is.
and these guys, like, the corporations, even the corporations, like the news outlets, they're making fucking shitloads of money. They really are. And I just don't understand why they got to bring a bill like this into play. It's fucking stupid. Hey,
Stupid.
Gambi, how are you? Gambia. How are you, Huey? Yeah, just fucking stupid. It really is. But anyways, enough's enough. I'm not going to dive too much into that shit.
Let's talk about Dr. Demon Gord's demon obsession.
Demons.
Again?
No.
There is none. This is what I've honestly, my updated research.
This is updated. This is updated as of right now.
Updated.
Guys.
As of right now.
Right now, this has been updated.
I'm going to lean towards more demons do not exist.
Wait a sec. How is that new? How is that new?
Yes, but here's why. Because of all my research now, nobody has any evidence whatsoever outside of a personal story. There is no evidence. And you can't question any of these stories. The answer is always, well, I've seen it, so I know it's real.
But that's typically the same with every paranormal experience.
Yeah, but sometimes you can go in and you can get a couple things that are unexplained. But there is nothing to prove an evil entity, a demonic entity, and a spirit that's not of this world. Nothing outside of fairy tales and stories.
So, okay. So what would you say equates to authentic? What is demonic to you then? What in this world is demonic?
Demonic to me is things like serial killers, serial rapists.
So humans.
People, yes. People that cannot differentiate between right and wrong. We all have it. Every single one of us throughout civilization has that little voice in our subconscious of right or wrong. There's that whole section that does not. They have no qualms about slaughtering people. They have no qualms about violating people.
Mm-hmm.
That's evil right there.
That's evil.
Most human beings are not.
Evil.
Right, Alex?
Right.
Back away.
So then what do you say to a person who's thoroughly convinced that demons are real?
You will never change their mind.
Okay, but I'm not saying you're trying to change their minds. You're just trying to educate them. So what do you say to the person that believes that demons are a walking, breathing, or some real creature?
Prove it. Do you have any evidence? Can you?
No, seriously.
That's
exactly
what I say, and they're like, no, but it happened. Okay, well, how would you prove this to someone? Doesn't matter. It happened. Okay, so you're just going to tell a story with no proof, and everyone's supposed to believe your story. Yes, it's true. It happened. Okay, so you just murdered me. Well, no, I didn't. Well, why not? It's just a story. There's no proof, and no matter how much you say, can you prove it? Do you think maybe it was something else? Nope. It's exactly.
You know what we need to do, Gord?
Yes.
You and I
need
to attend an exorcism.
That would be so entertaining.
Like an actual.
Wholeheartedly, yeah.
Like, no, I'm not talking about, I have a degree in demonology off the internet. No, I'm talking about an actual exorcism.
Yes, but a priest from the Vatican.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's test
That's
it.
what we
That's what I
need to
don't
do.
understand. No one wants to prove it. Think of the business the church would make,
Yeah.
right? If you can prove the existence of the satanic army, think of the flocking to religion you would get.
But you know what? Here's the funny thing. I mean, even the Catholic Church kind of, sort of, in a way, roundabout way, is just stating that, hell and Lucifer / Satan / the Prince of Darkness is more of a metaphor than anything else. It's not actually real, right? I've heard this on multiple occasions. Whether that's actually what they believe or not, I have no idea, because I haven't been going to church since the day I was born. But
since he fucking pukes everywhere.
yeah, exactly. But I mean, if that's the case, if they're now treating hell as not a real place, but more of a metaphorical place where
Yeah.
if you live a life of sin, you're basically living hell on earth kind of deal, or your afterlife is not going to be as angelic as it could be, or whatever the fuck they want to spew, right?
See, the Vatican's been freaking me out the last 30 years.
Yeah.
What? Only the last 30 years?
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, why did the Vatican go, well, aliens are real and they're God creatures too? Whoa,
Hey,
hold on.
you know what? Hold on. They've had observation, like telescope observatories.
Yep.
They've had that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why would you have that if you didn't think that we were alone in this? Like, at one point, everybody thought we were the center of the universe.
Yes.
Everything revolved around Earth, like us, and we were the shiznit sort of deal.
Right.
And the Catholic Church held fast to that for a long time, with the exception of the sun rotates around the planet. That part they caught up with times, but they, for the longest time, thought that we were it. We were God's only children. We were the only creation in the universe. Now they've moved up, and they've sort of moved up with the times, so to speak. They have no choice. They have to, because if they don't, they're going to lose more and more followers.
True.
It's just the way it is.
Why? Why all of a sudden, out of nowhere?
Oh, it's not out of nowhere. I'm sure this was being discussed for a long time within the ranks, and
it's almost like they know something.
They do. They do know.
They may know something.
They do know. Come on. They do.
I want to know.
I think they're just covering their ass because of all this sort of disclosure shit that's going on right now, or the pressure to have disclosure. I think they're just covering their ass.
This is when we need to have Leo Zagami on.
Oh, fuck, yeah. That guy. Holy crap.
He's so far off fucking Jed Jones's ass now.
Have you ever watched Gord? Have you ever watched him when he was on our show or listened?
No.
Yeah, you should. We should go back to the archives and listen. He's just one weird cat.
He's
I'm sorry. There's just some guests you guys have that no, not even no.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. But that other guy that we had on that. What's that guy's name now? That blood guy, whatever.
Oh, Blood Monarchy.
Yeah, something like that.
Blood Demon Monarchy or some shit like that.
We've had some weird guests on, man.
You don't say.
Well, yeah.
Well, we have you all the time on, right?
That's my point.
Point proven.
Crap, we're all out of talent. Call Gord.
This is when we know. This is when Gord normally says, "Fuck this! I'm not watching this shit."
Yeah.
Oh God. Who would waste their time on this shit?
Or one giant what? Seriously? Come on.
So okay. So what? Okay. So I mean, there's an obvious answer to this.
Yes.
What would convince you otherwise that demons do exist? I mean, it's an obvious answer, but show me the demon. Show me the fucking demon.
Something that would, and I don't know how you would do it outside of, I'd want to see something evil along the lines of like Exorcist.
Yeah.
And then I'd want to be able to test it or have someone reputable test it. Maybe not me, maybe like a university professor, like somebody credible.
Yeah.
Like just someone to prove. It's like proving the existence of aliens.
Yeah.
So
You know, we're gonna have a set of criteria for that too.
so let's clarify something, Gord.
Yes.
You know, since we're on the topic, right?
Yes.
So you don't believe in demons, okay? That's evident already. Do
If
you
they poke me
believe
the eye.
in what's that?
No, just what Gambia says. If they poke me in the eye.
Yeah. You don't believe in demons, but do you believe in the possibility of malevolent spirits? So here's and the reason why I asked this question is because I'm along the same lines as you, Gord.
Right.
But I like just like there's the potential for a person to be evil.
Yes.
I believe that there's a potential for a spirit to be evil as well. Whatever that spirit may be. And I'm not suggesting that the spirit is the deceased deceased person or someone's
Right.
loved one or whatever. Whatever it may be. I think there's a potential for both.
If you're an
Good
asshole in
and
real
evil.
life, you're an asshole in the afterlife.
Pretty much. Right.
Yeah.
So that in and of itself doesn't make the spirit demonic, obviously.
No.
Right.
And I think the word demonic is being used way too freely.
Oh
nowadays.
yeah, absolutely.
Wholeheartedly.
Kind of
Yeah.
like ghost. The word ghost.
Right. So I mean, it's one of those scenarios where it's like if you're talking about the demonic within the religious context, I completely and wholeheartedly agree with you.
Right.
If you're talking about a evil spirit or someone who just is a bad asshole, right?
Right.
That's a possibility.
I'm sure it is possible, but you don't hear many stories of that. You know, you have your Incubus tale with the movie The Entity. Apparently, that was based on a real life story.
Mm.
But you don't have like spirits slaughtering households of people. You don't have like them possessing people to commit mass suicide.
Mhm.
You just don't have the extent of that evilness. Do you have bad spirits like maybe being a dick and tripping you as you're going down the stairs? Yeah, sure, I can see that. We have warped senses of humor. But I've never seen anything to portray pure evil in a spirit, a ghost, whatever you want to
Yeah.
choose or your definition is.
Yeah, and and back to the earlier point, I think people use the word demon too loosely nowadays. I mean,
Mhm.
let's look at it this way. I mean, you could have a spirit who's a bad apple, for example, or just let's call it for what it is a dick
Yeah,
and may scratch you, right? The first thing that comes to people's mind nowadays when that happens is demon,
yep, exactly.
right? And I think that's where the majority of the issue lies. People use the word demon too freely to basically blanket anything that's like, bad.
It's a
And
blanket
that's not
comment.
necessarily
Yeah.
the case.
It's
And it also makes for good
blanket terminology.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's literally like again, like I said with ghosts, same thing. It's terminology that is so outdated. When you say the word ghost to a person, they automatically have this thing covered with a sheet with two black holes.
Well,
You
that
know?
and they are, a lot of people automatically assume you're talking about someone who used to once be physical and now isn't.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And we
Yeah.
just don't know if that's the case.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
We could be dealing with anything.
And again, demons. Again, we've mentioned it. Excuse me. Is what in my mind is a control mechanism to keep people in line.
and wholeheartedly.
At least it was at one point in time.
You figure the Bible exploded around the time that we started to form cities, like civilizations in general, and you had to have some form of control over the people. So you slaughtering them. They finally realized was not the most purposeful visit. So scaring them, like because not one person, with the exception of people that have already passed on, knows what happens when we pass away.
That's right.
Exactly.
So everybody, there's a lot of the world is afraid of dying. So it only made sense to tell scary ghost stories that if you misbehave, well, this bad stuff's going to happen to you. Oh, I better behave then.
Well, I mean, again, it's kind of like a terminology that we've explained so many times here on this show. I mean, back in the day when we discovered how to make fire,
Yes.
we became a little bit more comfortable at night because now we had light. We were able to light up the darkness with fire. You sit around the fire, people feel comfortable. They feel safe around the fire, right?
Yes.
And it's what lurks all around in the darkness, in the shadows, that scares people. And it's like that everywhere. I mean, when you go to bed at night, people, if they can't see and they hear a noise, automatically they're like, oh, it's again, it's fire. The demon is the demon terminology is kind of like that, where it's a blanket, like we said, a blanket terminology. You can't rule out anything. Everything has a reason. Of course it does. Of course it does. Absolutely. But the reason behind a demon doesn't necessarily mean a fucking fire breathing fucking entity that, it just, whatever. It doesn't mean that's what it is.
The fact of the matter remains is that we really truly don't know.
Yeah.
There are people who claim to know.
Yeah. Well,
and I tend to question that because it's like, could you possibly know? Right.
And I absolutely agree, John. I mean, you don't rule anything out, obviously, but at the same time, you have to be fucking sensible.
Mr. Sensible.
You do. You have to be you have to be reasonable, and you have to try to explain it.
Yeah. Aren't demons angels that have turned bad?
I mean,
maybe in religious context.
I've dealt with people that have been told their house is demonically possessed. Go in there and try to explain to those people otherwise. Tell them the truth. Tell them that they aren't being fucking, hunted by fucking demons in their home. Why would you want to go and fucking scare people into fucking believing bullshit?
Money.
Exactly.
And popularity, likes on social media.
Exactly.
Come to our page. We're going to battle the demon.
I have Gord, and you too. We have investigated claims of demonic activity, possession, you name it. And not once has it ever been anything remotely demonic.
Nope, not at all. Same with me. Over 20 years now investigating. Not once.
Okay, doesn't mean that it's not true, but within my experience of close to 25 years or so investigating and researching the paranormal, never. Not once.
Yep.
I mean, we could bring in, well, obviously an open mind, and that's, what? A lot of people's minds are too open.
No. So yes. You're kind of right. You're kind of
no. Yes.
No. I know it's one of those scenarios. So people who believe it's demonic, no matter what anyone tells them, is not open-minded at all.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. It's like you need to be open-minded in the sense that it could be, but before I say it is yes definitively, I need to be able to prove it or disprove it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go in and assume something's demonic because something like fell off the shelf. You know what I mean? You just can't. And the problem is nowadays is that so many people use the word demon for everything that happens in their supposed household, when it could be something so bloody, easily explainable. That the point is that demonic possession, demonic entities, or demonically haunted houses is used way too often, too freely, and it got popularized, even more so by the the paranormal shows on TV. Now everybody wants a slice of the pie, and that's basically what it boils down to for the majority of the cases.
Hello, Casual. B's got a great question. What would be the scientific viewpoint of an exorcism?
Mental health.
Well, no. I mean, yeah. I mean, that would be
That aside,
that aside. But I mean,
Again, it boils back to the
I mean,
demons.
if anything is truly going on, obviously, science would like to document it and
yeah,
pure. The I guess the main thing is peer review. Oh my God! Let me just say, I don't disbelieve. Look at. Okay, I am a skeptical person, but I wholeheartedly believe in the paranormal. Okay, with a skeptical mind. You have to have a skeptical mind. You really do. You can't go around uh investigating and researching and going into people's homes and telling them everything's a fucking ghost or
or
a
a demon.
demon.
Yeah,
You can't.
No.
You're doing yourself and everybody else a disservice.
yes, agreed. And
You know?
because we don't have the ability to truly say one way or the other, you just can't go freely saying that just because.
And at the
whatever.
same time, science is fallible. Yes, science is fallible. It can't explain everything, but the main point here is, will science be able to explain some of this stuff in the future? That is the point. And science has done that in certain areas with certain things. But I mean, the big question, obviously, with the big open air question with the paranormal is, what happens to you when you die?
That's right.
Right. And I mean, we just don't know, other than, through experience theory and experiences and whatever. I like my true belief is that I believe, this is my belief, out of researching and whatever else, and the research and everything that I've read and experienced, whatever. I believe that yes, our physical vessel, if you will, does die. The physical aspect of your being dies, and that's it. But I believe the energy that is housed within that fucking vessel moves on. It transitions. Energy is infinite and never dies. It must go somewhere. So then, does that mean the energy that you have harbored within your body for as long as you've existed physically, does it move on? Does it transition? And are you conscious of this?
Yeah, that's the biggest question.
That's the question. That's the question. When you go through this transition, are you conscious of it?
Yep.
That
energy
is
definitely goes through.
That is the key.
Yep.
Yeah, but again, energy would probably not retain the same shape.
If you want to call it a soul, some people call it a soul, fine. Whatever. Your essence, your energy. We are all made up of energy, frequencies. And these frequencies are infinite. So, however you want to call it, fine. But I do believe the energy that we house, that is a part of us individually, that coexists with the environment around us, around you, whatever, lives on in one manner or another. It moves on. That's what I believe.
And the biggest question, like Steve alluded to, is what our consciousness does too.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing for our energy to move on. It's another thing if our consciousness does or doesn't.
YouTube ghosts and real ghosts are maybe different. What do you mean? The YouTube shows and TV shows are totally look at when you go out and actually research and investigate a paranormal claim or whatever else, it is very, very different than what you see on TV. I mean, what you see on TV and what you see on YouTube is a snippet, a frame, a few frames from, hours upon hours, the edits, the quick edits, the important, if anything, pieces of what you captured, if anything.
Well,
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, in our upcoming documentary will be proof of that. How many years did we spend doing this, the shooting for this documentary? Years. This documentary that's supposed to be coming out hopefully this year, Steve. I guess hopefully.
It's not. I'm gonna need a lot of fucking really good footage.
Yeah.
To actually make this work.
That's theoretically speaking. Let's say it does come out this year.
Yeah.
It took us multiple years to get the footage for this one documentary, and that's basically what we're trying to get at here, or what Steve's getting at to with regards to shows and real life.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to show you what really goes on in an investigation, because 95 to 98% of it is nothing. Boring.
It's not entertainment.
No,
I mean, people want to see something entertaining, something that will hold their attention.
That explains it.
And if there's absolutely nothing that will hold your attention, that will get your attention, it's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, okay, so can you describe it better? A soul is maybe just a bit you can't give a new name to. It's not about giving it a new name. I mean, if that's what people want to call it, a soul, then fine. That's it's a soul. It's maybe people call it your essence, if you will.
Different people from different religious backgrounds call it differently.
Mm-hmm. Your metaphysical,
Mm-hmm.
being, if you will, your metaphysical being, soul, essence, whatever. People have different ways of calling it. But obviously the main terminology is soul. Yeah, I mean, that's what people call it, a soul. But there are people who will say, a soul. There's no such thing as a soul. But, explain to them what you think a soul is. And then maybe they might think differently. Because most people, soul, what, something on the bottom of your shoe?
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding you, man. People are fucking that ignorant.
Doesn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be able to look you in the eye and tell you for sure a soul exists. Again, this could be wishful thinking about the end. Looking at science, we're made of energy, but energy really doesn't follow a pattern. Atoms and neutrons, they all follow chaos, and they just shoot left, right, and center. So when you die, the chances, honestly, of your energy remaining in the same shape is like trillions to one. It's going to disperse. It's going to go off in separate directions, as the natural path of atoms do.
Gord.
Yes.
Take your brain.
Mm-hmm.
What does your brain do things that amaze you?
Yeah, at times it remembers shit.
See, there you go.
But I mean,
I get where you're headed.
Thoughts, you're the collection of thoughts, the collection of memories, and you're, reading and learning and all sorts of fucking shit.
Right.
And that's energy.
Right.
That is energy. All that is energy, because
the neurons firing. Yeah.
It's energy. It's
wholeheartedly.
It's like your brain is a fucking hard drive. Now think about the computer hard drive.
Yes, I have.
is the information in that drive, is it physical?
No.
Alex?
No, it's not. It's digital.
So it's energy, right?
Yeah.
So there
Sequence
you
of
go.
ones and zeros.
Exactly.
However, what I said was when it disperses, I agree with you. The human body is a machine that generates energy. All humans have energy. Wholeheartedly. 100% agree with you right there. Then this
I
is where I
agree.
change. Okay, this is where I change. When you die, the energy is dispersed, like the nature of the universe.
Yeah.
The chances of so many
Take
ghosts
care,
being
Simon.
so many places is slim to none. The chances of energy dispersing and
To remain
remaining in the same
coalesced.
shape, yes,
Yeah.
is
But-
like 1,000,000,000 to 1.
Right. But then you can kind of argue the same about, what's going on in the brain. Because
See,
it's a
we
bunch
don't
of
understand
neurons
what is it.
firing, but yet it's
Yes.
coalesced.
We could be a hell of a machine, like a smart car is shooting
Right.
energy
So
all over the
so
place.
so
But
the
when you turn the
possibility is
car
there.
off,
So
there's
Yeah.
no more energy being generated.
so how do you know we're not? How do you know we're not? How do you know we're not a biochemical machine?
I just talked about this the other night. Ironically, I'm a big fan of the ancient alien theory. I'm not going to
Mhm.
look at you in the eye and say I agree with everything, but it
Yeah.
just makes sense. Like we started out as cavemen, not very bright. Then all of a sudden, we're building pyramids and building temples, locking in bricks to a precision with no mortar, and then boom, all that ends. And then all of a sudden, we're back to being stupid for thousands and thousands of years till about 1900, when the Wright brothers invented flight. From there till now, technology and evolution of humans has just exploded. Everybody liked the tuna fish. Everybody liked the tuna fish.
See, you get the brain juices when you have the tuna sandwich.
The neurons are firing all over all directions.
Tuna's fucking amazing. I like
Tuna
that
with a
too.
little bit of mayo.
I like Green Diesel. I have Mind movies. That is cool. Mind movies.
Trippy.
Oh, that's good. But I mean, the possibilities. I mean, you look at us as as a culture, as a being, obviously, and we all have a connection, and that connection is DNA, right?
Yep.
Our DNA pretty much will somewhat have a sequence that is identical to everything on this earth.
Yes.
So you can grab a grain of sand in the middle of fucking, wherever, and it literally have some sort of a sequence, a genome sequence or whatever that is identical across the board. Right?
Right.
So we're all connected. We're all connected on that sort of wavelength, if you will. I mean, you look at animals now, because we look at, well, humans have been domesticated and filtered and thrown to the wolves. Now we're fucking probably pretty fucking weak now that we've been domesticated. But I mean, before that, we probably had so many abilities that we've totally lost due to domestication, but animals have retained. I mean, look at birds and dogs and all sorts of animals that react to sudden changes in the environment, right? Birds and dogs, and if there's a storm coming or something huge like an earthquake or something, they react well before it actually happens.
Yes.
But here we are, we're like, was that an earthquake? You know,
The picture.
I felt something. Hey, Davey. Hey, Davey.
He does
I
the
felt...
part extremely well, doesn't he, Gord?
Hey, David.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
I,
that kid in front of the mirror.
I've been awoken. I've been awoken. Hey, Davey, I've been awoken.
Well, good morning.
Yeah, Diesel, there you go. You know. Hey, Liam, how are you? Good to see you, man. You know. So it's something that the human might have had and probably did have an ability.
I thought Steve had. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
You're confusing
Well,
a
not
stroke
really,
with him
but-
stroking it.
But I mean, if we're able to retain that sort of ability, do you think we'd be able to retain that ability?
Of what?
Something that we lost, millions or thousands of years ago due to domestication, the ability to sense, danger, if you will, like a major event
We
unfolding.
could still have that.
I'm
There are
sure
times
it's
when the hair in the back of your head stand up and something's wrong.
I
know what I
feel
mean?
something weird happening.
So we still have some of that ability to this day.
Yeah.
The problem is that with excuse me, with quote unquote intelligence, we overthink things and we don't really pay attention to what's there right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we're too busy trying to, to be or not to be. That is the question. We're more focused on
Okay, Shakespeare.
Yeah, exactly. We're more focused on everything else
Mhm.
except our sort of instinct. Anyway, can we are we going on break?
Yeah, we'll take a short break.
I gotta make
Don't
a
go
pit
anywhere,
stop.
folks. We gotta make a pit stop. Yeah, I need a refill.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. But I also need to make a pit stop.
refill. All right. I guess we can take one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a sec. I don't think we can. Dude. I think
Oh,
we're
no.
screwed.
What'd you do?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Here we go. We'll go on break.
Hey guys, Kristen here, host of the Paranorm Girl podcast, a bingeable exploration and deep dive education about the paranormal for the skeptical believer. Some of my past season topics have included shadow people, Mandela effect, demons, and UFOs. Currently, I am tackling Bigfoot. I have been sharing this journey with my audience since early 2021, and I have learned a lot these last few years. It's truly a mysterious world out there beyond our perceptions, and reality is just not what it seems. I have also, since the start, met some awesome folks like Alex and Steve, and I've really enjoyed watching and learning from them and also joining them on their show. Their guests are always outstanding, their listeners are just the coolest, and these hosts are some of my favorite people. I recommend their show to anyone looking for an intelligent and fun conversation about the paranormal amongst friends. So join me on my investigation, join Steve and Alex on theirs, and enjoy. Now back to the show. You are watching Nocturnal Frequency Radio.
Good evening. I'm Richard Palmisano, the founder of the Searcher Group. It's a paranormal company, the oldest in Canada. I founded in 1979, which not only makes me old, but makes me doing paranormal research and field work for just under 45 years now. I am also an author, researcher and lecturer on the paranormal. I've written 6 books now, and I really enjoy coming. Good evening. I'm Richard Palmisano, the founder of the Searcher Group. It's a paranormal company, the oldest in Canada. I founded in 1979, which not only makes me old, but makes me doing paranormal research and field work for just under 45 years now. I am also an author, researcher, and lecturer on the paranormal. I've written 6 books now. And I really enjoy coming on with Steve and Alex on Nocturnal Frequency Radio, as well as listening to the shows, because there's a lot of interesting guests there. I like it. looking at this stuff because it opens your mind to other options and other alternative thoughts. There's always time to learn new things. So I hope you join us and come and see Nocturnal Frequency Radio. Thank you.
All right, and we're back.
We're back.
We're back. Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening to us live on the New Visions Radio Network, thank you for tuning in. Always great to have you. And guys, you got to look forward to the upcoming season. For New Visions Radio, it won't happen until I think. Hold on, let's see. Let me just roll up the calendar here. So it's going to happen September 17th on New Visions Radio Network. But our season opener, season 16 opener, will be September 8th here on YouTube, which is Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 p.m. UK time, with our good friend Reeves Cook, a Paratalk podcast. And of course, you guys who are well aware of the Mindset podcast with Gareth, something that he did with Gareth. So he's done an amazing job picking up the reins. So I'm looking forward to having him on. Are you guys religious?
Nope.
No.
Wow, I love that hat. Wait a sec. I just noticed his new hat here.
It's a wardrobe change.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's a good thing you didn't say you had a wardrobe malfunction.
No nip slips. We're okay.
All right, good.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Nate's still young.
Okay, so let me just pull this up here. So from now till September 8th, we have made available again. I'm just going to pull it up for you guys to see. Okay, so here you go. Where are we? Share screen. And there you go. There's the Nocturnal Frequency classic double-sided T-shirt. And again, all proceeds that we make off this go into running this show on the New Visions Radio Network, and of course here on YouTube and StreamYard. So let's see. I'll show you the other side. That's the front, the classic logo, and of course, there it is. The classic sand from David Front. God bless his soul. Yeah, we're fucking religious.
Yeah.
But this shirt is only available until September 8th. And then I think this time it is going back into retirement for good. It's gone. So if you want to grab one. In the UK, it's dirt cheap, for crying out loud. Oh fuck, what $19? Something
Pounds,
like that. Well, 19 pounds or whatever. Damn. Cheap shirt. But anyways, you guys buy one. The money goes right back into the show 100%. We don't fucking go spend it on anything else but the shirt. But the show. The show.
Okay. Maybe Nocturnal Frequency Radio condoms, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Those could be next.
Yeah.
But once again, Bearded, thanks for buying the stickers. Appreciate it. The support. Dr. Demon Gord, my first time seeing you. So pleased to meet you, and it's so late. Been busy. Can't. Gord, if we can
Yes.
only play your tune.
The one take wonder battle.
Oh, it's so cool, man.
It's a fun little practice exercise.
It was pretty cool. I like it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's all one take and spontaneous. So basically what you do is you hit record, you jam out for about an hour. Then you cut out the part that maybe it sounds good. And you play that like 2 or 3 times. And then you vocal over top of it with no prepared lyrics.
And I think that's what made it, the fucking lyrics. Classic, man. Classic.
Glad you liked it.
Oh, it was great. Did Alex hear it?
I don't think so.
No. I don't think
Oh,
so.
you gotta let Alex hear it, man. Oh, that's great. It's great. Yeah, and along with the T-shirt, grab whatever, guys. I mean, there's lots of shit up there. There's stickers, there's hats, there's what else? Mugs.
Masks.
And what else? There's something else, isn't there?
Don't know. Hang on. It's been a while. Hold on.
Well, I got it loaded up here. I could look. Yeah, neck gaiters, hoodies, fucking hoodies. Fucking
Just
two
hoodies.
types of
hoodies,
hoodies.
yeah?
So what Gordon, are you saying you want us to play it?
What? You told me to let Alex hear it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Uh-oh.
I forgot. It's good. It's hilarious. You'll love it.
It's about a boat made of cheese.
I want to play. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, no way. He's playing it live. Yeah. Oh, come on.
You want me to actually play it?
Dude.
Okay,
play
hold
it.
on.
I don't care.
Hang on.
The lyrics, man. The lyrics.
I mean, that's just the beginning, you know. Don't worry, man. It's coming.
Sailing on a boat made of cheese with my toilet paper on my knees. That's
I
what
love it,
I'm
man.
going in the closet. I was looking for a lot of crafted.
Ah,
Come on.
it
The
cut
fucking-
off. Hang on. I'll forward it back to that part.
Fuck the test.
Fuck the test. Fuck the test. Fuck the test. Dude, you know you're really gonna have to fucking record this professionally now. You know that, right?
You could.
Are you drunk when you did this?
Not drunk, but I wasn't sober. Wait till you hear the next part. Different song.
Out of nowhere and threw me a couple of sandwiches. I said, hey man, I'm stuck in a boat. Can you give me some fucking gasoline? Because nobody thought of an empty gas tank. I'm so hungry.
I gotta say though, you have a pretty good voice, just regularly singing.
Well, thank you, sir.
How come you never fucking use your regular voice?
No confidence.
Why?
Because the only reason like when I tried a week ago, and you guys watch Family Guy, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see the episode where Peter and Lois were smoking weed and they thought they were the greatest band in history?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So last week when we first started this, I thought I sounded really good, like David Gaughan from Depeche Mode. I thought I
Okay.
sounded fantastic till I sobered up.
And then you heard it.
And I was like, oh, that's awful. So then when we went to do this song, I just didn't give a shit. And I just used comedy, and that's how it came out like that. But I have never really sang in front of people since I was 17.
Yeah, but you did vocals and deciphering, right?
Yeah, but that was just in the basement. That was never
You
on
never
stage.
you never did it on stage. Never,
Nope.
not once.
Not once.
Wow.
I can't remember shit. That's the problem.
I think that's my problem too.
This song is called I Forget.
Hey, Mr. Matt. How are you, buddy? How are you, sir? Yeah, it I like it. I think it's cool. You know why? Because it's like you said, it's quick. You just
Yeah.
the words were bang, like quick as a whip.
Spontaneous fun.
Spontaneous.
So much fun. And Fuck the Test has been in every song we've ever made, except the last one on this track. We forgot to put it in.
So you added it later?
No, we haven't added it yet.
Wait a sec. You said fuck the test was in there. I heard it.
Yeah, in the first song, not in the second song.
Wow, John, come on. Really? Fish and chips pint sounds better?
Oh, yes, it
What?
does. I'll take two.
A pint of John Smith's, yeah. Oh, he's replying to Gambia's pint of a John Smith's and a bag of nuts. Black
Oh.
label.
That's gross.
Fuck, I haven't had black label in eons.
I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Heartburn. Fuck, I remember always getting heartburn from black label. Fucking bad. Just like 50.
Blech.
Yeah. Or Molson Export. Oof.
Grody.
Oof. Oof. Ah. Oof. Ah. Ooh.
Beer store beer.
And well, I'm gonna have to pick Matt's brain soon too, because he's I'm sure he's well educated with the trail cam scenario. I'm looking for a trail cam with good specs, reliable specs for the DeForest project. Which some people have already donated to. And if you guys are interested, please
You have to tell them where to donate the money.
fucking to my PayPal. How do you share my PayPal on here?
I don't know.
I don't
Very
know.
carefully.
I just get people to email nocturnal frequency radio@gmail.com and I'll send you the PayPal. And that goes towards a trail cam that we are going to put in the Forest Pioneer Cemetery, which for the longest time was abandoned and has had a lot of really, really weird activity over the years. Matt's brain exists to be purified. Purified. Pilfered. I think it's too many of these bone breakers, dude.
You gotta watch out for the bone.
The bone breaker. So, anyways, let's go on. EVPs.
Yes.
Where the fuck do you think they come from? What?
Exactly.
Yeah. Where?
My
Out of
ass.
all the years, purification. Yes. Out of all the years that I've been researching, capturing these EVPs. Well, you know what? One of the best people to answer that question is going to be on the show in the new season, Alex.
Reeves?
And that's
it's
Michael Esposito.
Yeah, Michael Esposito. That's right. But even
Yeah.
Reeves has done some EVP work, some interesting stuff. So
Yeah,
it'd be
I
interesting.
mean,
We should pick his brain about that.
well,
as well.
we'll pick his brains obviously with a lot of things, including EVP. But Michael, oh fuck, I can't wait.
He's dedicated a whole lot of time to that.
Dude, man, this guy's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And some of the shit he's used, Gordy's a musician by trade.
Okay.
This guy is a descendant of the guy who co-created the Morse code.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
Yeah. What's his Anthony Alfred? What's his name? Alfred. I can't remember his last name,
Good.
but I will.
What are you talking about? The person who created the Morse code?
He co-created it. Yes,
Co-created it. Okay.
co-created it. Because we all know, what is it, Marconi? Not Marconi.
No, Samuel F.B. Morse created.
Morse.
He's been credited for creating the Morse code.
Okay, and who else? There's got to be somebody else. Hold on. Let me throw you a name. Hold on. I'll throw you the name. I'll throw you the name, and you can look it up. That song's in my head now. Alfred Vail, who invented the Morse code. Alfred Vail, Fail, Alfred Vail.
He was an American mechanist and inventor, along with Samuel Morse. So he co-created. it,
Co-created the Morse code.
Vail was essential in developing the commercializing American telegraphy between 1837 and 1844. Vail and Morse were the first two telegraph operators on Morse's first experimental line between Washington, D.C. and Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying Michael Esposito is a
descendant of Alfred Vail's.
On, I guess, his mom's side, maybe?
I guess. I don't know. We'll have to ask him. We'll pick his brain when he comes on the show again. I know we've asked him.
Esposito is obviously
Italian?
not an American name. Oh, it's Italian, Spanish, but it's not an American name.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Drink Bone Breaker.
Wow. That was a blatant ad. Was it?
Promoting it or what?
We're not getting paid for that, are we? That fucking song's in my head now.
Good.
That's what I mean. You got to do it professionally now. And you have to sing it.
Oh, great.
You have to sing it, dude. The voice is there. You got to do it, man. Yeah.
The guitar is awesome.
I mean, that's just the beginning, you know.
This is the beginning, man.
Don't worry, man, it's coming.
Fuck the test. Fuck the test.
Fuck it all.
You know what? I think I'm gonna add this to my as my
dude. Honestly, that is so fucking cool, man. I like it.
That's gonna be my ringer for whenever Gord calls me, which he never calls me anyway. So it doesn't matter.
You know? Okay, here we go.
I don't really call anybody.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Matt's saying, do you know my family connection between my dad and Marconi? No. Hey, Jeremy, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Jeremy's in the house. Hey, Jeremy.
So, Matt, you're saying you have a family history connection to Marconi? Interesting.
I am interested. Come on. I'm interested.
You're the next contestant.
Do. Well,
Guglielmo Marconi.
Marconi. Yeah, that's hold on a sec here. We'll throw this out. I mean, if for the last half hour, if Jeremy or even Matt would like to join us, by all means, there you go.
Anyone?
Yes, I believe Jeremy was in the OTO, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was in the OTO. Let's go back here. Okay, so where were we before that?
EVPs.
Huh?
EVPs.
Yes. So your belief system and where they come from, where do you think? Theoretically, people will say disembodied voices. What do you think, Cord?
I used to be confused, but I started to notice that it was always English and random, and the only time they pretty much matched up to an. Now, this is just my own personal experience before everybody jumps all over top of me. There, there were never intelligent answers. It was always random words.
You gotta love it how Gord's always gonna make it sexual. Just go on. Sorry, Gord.
And it's just random words.
Yeah.
So being a war history nut, starting in World War II, once they had short band radios, they would catch radio signals bouncing from all over the world. So I'm beginning to wonder if maybe it's possible that some of these EVPs are just random radio signals from some period of time in the atmosphere, but just on a different frequency.
Yeah,
because
I mean-
there's also a big theory now in the universe of parallel universes, and they're working on equations for this, and occasionally they get close to proving that maybe there's parallel universes. So why wouldn't it be on the same principle as maybe an EVP is just a stray radio signal?
Okay, John's got okay. Caught EVPs in Latin in the UK. Is that a question, or you captured Latin EVPs in the UK? Because that wouldn't surprise me at all.
So I guess to your point, Gord, I mean, if there was an EVP of a different language, would you be able to know?
No, but that would make more sense of a human interaction. Like if I'm in, say, Quebec,
Yeah.
majority of the people in Quebec speak French.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be expecting to hear French EVPs, not English. Hello, how are you?
Right, but what I'm trying to get at is that, let's say you've done recordings and you've actually captured EVPs from a foreign language, not aside from French, because that's the obvious here in Canada,
Right.
French and English, but let's say Croatian for the sake of the argument.
Yep.
Would you know? Or would you just, your brain's trying to pick up English words because that's all you know how to speak?
Right.
Therefore, you're like kind of omitting it as sort of almost like static or background noise.
That part would then progress into an in-depth investigation. You're going to want to chop it out, like if it sounds intelligent. Like, and by intelligent, I don't mean what I meant earlier about replying to questions. I mean, does it sound more than just gibberish?
Right.
Like, does it seem to form a sentence? Okay, well, let's cut that out. Try to maybe clean up the dust in the back. Take a listen. Maybe put it up there to some friends. Hey, anybody know what this could be? Like the language or whatnot? And just escalate it from there. But would I personally? No. I would just look for like grammar formation. Something that wasn't just a background noise.
Fresh from the hot box himself. How are you, Mr. Secret Vault? He's in a straitjacket. How you doing, sir?
Not too bad. Hi, guys.
Hello.
I'm fresh from the hot box, but it did take me about 2 minutes to put my makeup stick on, so I look respectable.
So we were just talking about EVPs and where they what about you, Matt? Where do you think they come from? What are your thoughts about EVPs and where they originate from, or where they might?
I think it's a combination of, it could be from the paranormal realm. Hang on, let's put this down a bit. It could be from the paranormal realm where ghosts live. It could be from, as you say, a parallel dimension. So we're picking up stuff from the quantum level. Possibilities it could be, and possibilities that haven't yet happened, things that could be preparing to happen. And it could be the power of our own minds, which we don't have any understanding of how powerful our own minds are and how we can actually bend reality and pass things through into the quantum realm, change reality, focus the form realities. And this is, I believe, how telepathy works, because I believe we've picked up messages from other people to go out and make certain crop circle designs, you know. And I think that was mind to mind. And if it wasn't mind to mind, then it was mind to a more intelligent mind and back down. So maybe we're being puppet mastered by something bigger, some alien intelligence or some universal intelligence. Something sending us all the same transmission at once. We're all picking it up. The humans who are meditating are picking it up, and the circle makers were also picking it up. But there are experiments you can do if you want to do them, but it takes time and it takes a lot of effort, and people will call you a liar and a bullshit artist if you do those experiments, because they'll go, oh yeah, you're just saying that because you're just part of it, so you're going to say that. Well, the only way you'll know for certain is if you do your own experiments, because you'll never believe me, you'll never believe any of these guys on here with anything we say until you've tried it yourself and you've tried to rule out all of the possibilities, and then you end up in the same world as us, thinking like, what the fuck just happened, and now nobody's going to believe us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's something we kind of mentioned before, you know, the fact that we're somewhat connected to this this network, if you will, that we just don't understand. Stella, a little bit of Stella.
Yep.
So
Splashed out.
Bonebreaker.
Yeah. Splashed out for, I spent a little bit more money than Carling, and a little bit more money than Gallaroo from Lidl's. Yeah. Which they don't have in the States yet, do you? You don't have Lidl's in the States.
Which one?
Oh, Canada.
Canada.
The land of was it South Park? Philip and I've watched them in ages now.
Yeah, Terrence and Philip.
Terrence and Philip. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude. The bearded drifter, you're awesome.
Pull
man.
my finger. Pull my finger.
The perpetual fart jokes.
And the craft dinner.
Yeah.
Never forget the craft dinner.
Yeah.
It's funny how they draw the characters where they have those like that weird head or the skull moves.
It just flaps when it talks.
Yeah. It's like how not to do animation, but let's show this is how you really do animation. This is what Canada could do. Yeah.
This is what Canada really looks like.
Yeah.
God. Bunch of fucking squareheads.
I'm sorry.
Squareheads.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah. Saying sorry all
So you
the
see,
time.
I've toned down an area I banged my head on the weekend. I have no.
You whacked your head.
I banged my head on something. I have no memory of where I did it because we were all so drunk, you know.
Yeah,
That's the best way of doing things.
Yeah.
Everybody looked like they're having a great time. Man, I wish I was there. That would have been. Tell us a little bit about it. How did it go?
It went really well.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I discovered I have my own brand of mouth sanitizer, but I forgot. Right.
Mouth sanitizer.
Yeah.
That's good.
Look, and somebody gave me a couple of T-shirts they'd printed. Somebody gave me
wow. Some secret vault. Oh, look at that.
Keychains.
Holy shit, eh?
Yeah.
That is cool.
People were giving me presents there, and I took a wad of these and forgot to give anyone a sticker because nobody asked. I forgot. I thought I had him in my laptop bag. Yeah. It was just so much going on that so many things got forgotten about. That was funny. So many things were said that shouldn't have been said and weren't actually correct, even though they were said. Yeah. Because people were so fucking pissed and getting high off being on fucking stage that they were foaming at the mouth and fucking saying all sorts of things that weren't correct. Yeah, and we questioned him afterwards and we said, "Do you know what you said on stage?" He went, "No." We said, "Do you know how fucking silly and some of the wrong some of the things you said on stage were?" And he was like, "No." And we said, "Yeah." He said, "Like what?" He said, have I said something wrong? And I went, and I listed all the fucking silly things that have been said. And he went, I never said that. I went, yeah, you
Of
fucking
course.
did. Yes, you fucking did. You fucking idiot. You idiot. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so this
Mm.
was what was Urbex
Urbageddon.
Urbageddon, yeah.
Yeah.
And this was like an Urbex thing.
It became an Urbageddon. It became like
Yeah.
Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're lucky it didn't become a full-blown fucking, and I use the word blown lightly, Armageddon, because people were in town that had threatened to blow the place up, and they were
Are
in
you
town.
kidding?
No.
Wow.
No.
Fucking, like why? It was pretty cool. Like I was watching a couple of the feeds there. Liam and Daniel had feeds going, and it was good to see everybody. Like a lot of the people there that are involved in the community. So it was pretty neat seeing everybody getting together. And
there was an unseen guardian angel hand presence that we were unaware of at the party.
Okay.
There were people there that we didn't even. I'll tell you. I'm not sure how much I should say at this point, but there were people at the party who were there to take care of us. We had guardian angels at the party. We didn't even know about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were also fucking drunk. And people were going, "Who's that? Who are they? Why are they there?" And now it makes sense. I'll tell you. I'm not sure how much I should say at this point, but I'll tell you about it off air.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, that. Yeah. So, tell me about this hot box place. What is this normally? Is it a live venue place or something? What is it?
Yeah, it's bands. It's set up for bands. They had a drum cage, for the drum play, so the bands didn't fall back into the drums, if they were staggering around. And it's a fucking full like rock band venue and very good sound system. I mean, like Carl was playing music. He was playing DJ stuff, and right towards the end, after everybody had their play, I was so drunk. I said, right then. It's the end of the night. It's my turn now. Right, if I can put on 2 tracks I want. One was from these guys. Who are these? Who are these guys?
Who the fuck are they? Oh, holy shit!
A magician.
Yeah.
An alien. The last surviving Venusian.
Okay.
Right? He's the last surviving member of his planet because Venus used to be inhabited and then it got burnt.
Yeah.
And he was the last one taken off. This guy took him off the planet, and he's the last surviving member.
Oh.
This guy's UFO. That's not where his brain is. That's where his brain is. His brain is in the plasma ball at the top. That's where his brain lives.
That's cool. So where did you get?
He wears this on stage. He wears his brain on stage.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
See, Gord, you're gonna have to
somebody's got
premiere the new tune there on that stage.
Yeah.
Apparently. Yeah. World tour. Here we go.
Somebody's got it. Yeah.
Hey, Crazy John, how are you? Yeah, it's it looked like it was quite the party.
Dinkum was the first one to recognize who they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who they are? Hang on.
I can't read it.
Decode it.
I can't see the lettering. Can barely see it.
Where do I live next to? What's down the road from me? 15 minutes away from me. I've driven past it on my bike, my car many times.
Holy fuck! Oh, that you're not talking about that fucking. You're not talking about that field.
Big things that stand up.
Has anybody noticed it's in
the
chat?
Stonehenge.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Stonehenge.
Henge.
Okay.
That's the band name. The band name's Henge. Go
Henge.
check them out.
Gonna have to check that. Yeah, there you go. Check out Henge.
Check out Henge because they are an act to be reckoned with. Trust me, folks.
Henge.
Yeah.
So that's the actual name, Henge. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Intriguing. I'll have to look
So
into
I
that.
played one track from them, and I
Yeah.
played one track from my other beloved artist, Hybrid. And hearing it on a big sound system with the proper sub bass
Yeah.
was quite nice at the end of the night. I cheekily went over, and even though we were supposed to turn the sound system down, I went over and cheekily turned it up just for the last few minutes. And before the sound guy came in and went, no, gotta go down, we'll get in trouble. And I was like, okay, thank you.
So, well, what time did things the festivities start?
12 midday,
Yeah.
and they finished at 12 midnight.
Oh wow, 12 hours.
They were so accommodating. They were a lovely crowd. B-Face and Jordan nearly got chucked out, which is no surprise. Yeah, B-Face, Jordan, and Luke, his partner. He has two partners, by the way.
Yeah.
Nearly got kicked out because they went in the disabled toilets, and they were in there for they went in there and they were in there for an extended period of time. And of course, the owners said, "Are you in there doing coke?" And they went, "No." And they said, "What are you doing in there? Are you like having sex, or what are you doing?" And it's like they were just about to get kicked out. So I went and had a word with the owners, and I said, "Well, he's autistic, and he has ADHD.
Yeah,
and they follow each other in the toilets because they sit with each other whilst one of the other's having a shit." Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. So once it was explained and they showed the disability card, then it was explained, and it was like, that's all right. It's a disability. Leave it there. And it was like, yeah. But I had to smooth that one out with the owners, and I got to meet the actual owner of the club for the first time at that moment of the night. Yeah.
So whereabouts is the hot box located?
It's in Chelmsford in Essex.
In Essex, okay.
It's quite near the coast. It's on an estuary bit of the coast. Yeah.
The coast, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Looked like a neat little place. Like, I shouldn't say little because it had quite the compartment. Quite a few areas in there. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, there was the main door in, then the bar, which had 800 spirits you could choose from. And they still didn't have some spirits that people.
Gord, did you hear that? 800 spirits.
Bound to find a demon in there somewhere.
Yeah. They had an extensive back catalogue, which weren't just out front on show. They had them in the back. So if you asked for one, they'd go in the back and get it and bring it out, and you'd get what you want. And they still didn't have enough. So it shows you how many spirits are out there. We're not talking ghosts, folks. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Aren't most bars fucking haunted by spirits?
Yes.
Yeah. But to answer your question from earlier on, I posed something to you that did you know the family connection between Marconi and the family?
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't know. I did not know. So I'm intrigued. We're intrigued.
Right. Okay. Who remembers? And probably Dinkum don't answer this time because he probably does remember this one. Who remembers which video we went out to an island in a boat? And it was where Marconi did his first from land, from an island to land transmission, and there it's commemorated in the Cardiff Museum, the first Morse transmission from an island to land by Marconi. That island, we visited it, but I visited it for a very specific reason, because my dad had something to do with that island. Can anybody tell? Yes. So Dinkum says, "Okay, I'll shut up." Right. My that island and my father have a connection where that was.
So the connection is your father and that island where that happened. Could it be your father worked on that island? No.
He worked on the mainland in a chemical plant. Called BP, British Petroleum. You might have heard of it.
Oh yeah, BP.
He was one of their head scientists.
Talking about Cape Breton, is it?
No, it's off the South Wales coast, near Barry. Clues now. That's clues. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Near
know.
near
I'm
near
stumped.
Cardiff, near Cardiff and Barry, there's an island. There's a few islands out there. There's even a really tiny one called Sully Island, and it has a ghost story. I can tell you about Sully. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I wish I knew more about that area, but no, I'm baffled. I don't know.
Yeah. The Sully Island, the
Uh-oh.
captain of a ship, right? He was meant to throw his wife who died on board the ship. Yeah, he's meant to throw her overboard, but he didn't. He hid her body on board the ship. He wasn't supposed to do it. He brought her body back, sneaked it off the ship, and went to bury the body by his house, which was next to Sully Island, because that's where he lived, Sully Island.
Okay.
Next to Sully Island, not on the island itself, because it's so small. Next to it. And he went to bury the body, but when he went to bury the body had disappeared. And then from that point onwards, the whole area was haunted with his wife spirit. He used to run up to people, be seen in the woods, and everybody was like, "Fuck the body of this ghost. What's this ghost?" You know.
Yeah.
And he didn't talk about the fact that, you know, that's what he'd done until much later on, you know, because he would have got in trouble. He might have lost his job as a captain, you know, as like not following protocol. But nobody knew where the body was. Now that house he lived in got converted into a pub. Spirits, ghosts in pubs, yeah. And people reported seeing the ghost in the pub as well. And when they were doing renovations there, more recent renovations, they knocked through a wall and they found a body in the wall. And once they gave the body a proper burial, all the ghost stuff stopped.
All the ghost stuff stopped. Like that. Don't believe what the Welsh say. Haha.
Yeah.
They are. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Top.
Did anybody get the place?
Salisbury Plain.
No, nobody's got it. Right. Okay.
No.
It's caught. There's two islands, big ones in the Severn estuary. The Severn is one of two places in the world with the highest tide ratings. The other place is where they filmed Jaws.
Jaws of all places.
Yeah, where they filmed
of
Jaws.
all movies.
Highest tidal ratings for highest and lowest tides is Barry. I think is Barry, and not Cardiff's less. Barry's I think is a bit higher. Highest tidal rating. Anyway, off the coast there, they've got Flatholme and Steepholme. And we went to Flatholme. I've still to go to Steepholme, but it is such violent waters because of the high tide changes. It's violent, yeah. That we went out there and we shit our pants because we weren't prepared for how rough it was.
Yeah.
And we got out there and we had to wait for the tides to go from high to low. And then the midpoint, there's a sweet spot. You get about 15 minutes where you can race out quick, and you can beat the tide, and it's very calm in between.
Okay.
But of course, it took us longer than 15 minutes, and then the tide started coming back in, and we were fighting big, curling, rolling waves and shit that was happening. So yeah, we went out there because my dad, when he was working for BP, was tasked with a project for commemorating Marconi's first transmission from land to Cardiff, yeah, across from an island to land, so they could prove there were no wires, no hidden telegraphy.
Yeah.
And that transmission, he was asked to build something that would last, a commemorative plaque that would last this test of time. And he made them a special type of concrete, because concrete normally weathers with time.
Yeah.
He made them a special type of concrete called, I think it's elastocrete. And it's a concrete with a built-in polymer, so it'll last hundreds, maybe even, I don't know, thousands of years, you know, because it won't degrade. And yeah, that plaque is on the island. And when I was a kid, I could see these islands from where we lived out over the cliff into the water. And I always wondered what was on that island and what was on that island. And I didn't know about the curve of the earth, right? I didn't know. That's the reason with my binoculars, I couldn't see Western-super-Mares, because there's a curve. So I could never see the beach. I could see the hills, but I could never see the beach, because as a kid, I didn't know about the curve of the earth.
Yeah.
Right. So those flat earthers out there, right? Yeah. That's how I learned about the curve. Okay. Yeah, and then I became a pilot, and then you kind of learn a lot more about the curve of the Earth. Trust me. Yeah.
And it's neat because you have a few vids up there on your channel of you flying.
Yeah,
which is
and
pretty
I
cool.
flew over it by microlight with permission from Cardiff World's Airport because I'm entering their airspace.
Yeah.
So I had to get special permission. Well, it's not special; it's just permission. Because I'm a light aircraft with no two engines, so it's riskier. So you can fly high and safe, or you can fly low, and if your engine cuts, you're in the water. So we had to have life jackets to do it safely, and we had to keep in contact with them. So if we were on our way down, if we were engine fail and we're on the way down, they could pinpoint roughly where we hit the water, and then with the drift of the water, they would work out where we drifted to by the time they get emergency services to us. So this safety first, But I flew over the island in my microlight, and I thought I've really got to go there in person. I could have paid for the official boat ride, or we could do it ourselves. Now I kind of think to myself, we would have been better off doing the official boat ride because we didn't know quite how rough it was. But yeah, I went there because my dad had a plaque on the island. I didn't find it. I didn't know where it was. I never found it. I couldn't
never
find
it. Oh, wow.
Never found it. No. So
Morris is a discovery like all. I that's puzzling.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna hit the road. I gotta wake up early tomorrow.
All right, Alex. Take care, buddy.
All right.
As do
Take
I.
care, guys.
Adios.
Cheers,
Bye.
Good night, gentlemen. I am also out of here.
All right. Take care.
Okay.
Gord.
Have a good one, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Later.
I know I've got a motor mouth on me. Sorry, guys.
No. It's not, they're going anyway.
Suck
But
the oxygen out of any room I can. Yeah.
I don't get it. Morris is a discovery like all.
Mm.
Like all.
Mm.
Like all. Okay, whatever.
Well, Tesla got very freaked out by some of the radio transmissions he was picking up, and he believed that they could be extraterrestrial or alien in origin because he was picking up stuff when he was doing his experimental, energy stuff with high voltage electricity. And,
well, it was amazing what Tesla was able to achieve. And Matt, do you think, going on about Tesla, if his notes, theoretically this stuff was destroyed, but was it really? Was his notes really, his work destroyed?
Or was it hidden? Because if it proved to be correct, then it would have been the ultimate weapon to protect any country from any missiles and bombers.
Not only that, but I mean, we're talking about free energy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's no reason to make money off this, like GE had been making for years.
Yeah. There's a possibility that Tesla might have got some bits wrong. Like any scientist, you have your theory, then you try to prove your theory, then you have to replicate the theory, and you have to show everybody else that it's replicatable. Then they try to work out what could be wrong with the theory, and when it's all kind of melted down into the bit that's real and the bit that's replicatable, then that becomes what's known as science and knowledge. Yeah. So
exactly.
he might have got some stuff wrong, but he was definitely on the right track with so many things. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Mm.
It's amazing. Like, hold on. I just want to make sure. I got
given this because I burnt my coil on my vape because it was pressing on in my pocket and it burnt my vape. So somebody said, "Oh, just have one of these." Now I found out this is actually illegal.
What? Oh, wait. Really?
These are illegal. They're being sold by vape shops in the UK, but they're illegal and they're going around the vape shops.
So what makes it illegal? What makes it illegal?
Because it's too much nicotine in such a small space. They're not supposed to sell this amount of nicotine. They're supposed to sell you vape oil with no nicotine and then an additive, which you can add the nicotine in yourself. But they're only supposed to sell under a certain amount of the nicotine, so you can't overdose yourself by mistake. But these things have not only got a very high content, 20 milligrams or 20 something. Yeah, this is 20, and it's got 7,000 puffs, not 600. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
And
of
it's
weird.
and it's rechargeable.
Rechargeable.
Mm.
Wow. Oh, we don't like things that are rechargeable.
Yeah.
We want you spending money on another one.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm lucky to get that. They're in the. You can get them, but you're getting them from suppliers who are sending them to you. It's illegal to sell them in a shop, so they send them to you through the post. But like they're probably trying to clear their stocks quickly, get rid of them before we get busted and raided. Yeah.
I'm just reading the chat here. Hold on. Bag disappears. Okay. Enough of that.
Snuff.
So
I'll go back to using that. You'll see me sneezing though if I start doing this. So
the e-snuff.
yeah.
The e-snuff. The e-snuff.
Oh.
Okay, here. Wait. We're waiting for the sneezes.
It'll come.
No sneezes. It'll come.
It'll come. It'll come. Yeah.
So how you doing, man? Everything good? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. It was a great night.
Yeah.
Some people were motoring some things in front of the crowd, which were patently absurd, but bravado and beer gets you to say a load of things that you probably regret in the morning. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that it worked out good, man. I mean, hold on, I just gotta quit.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a video of a large part of it, but the audio's bad because I should have connected this into the desk and taken a clean feed and then edit the clean feed on top of the camera mic audio.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're not only catching the stage, we're catching what people are saying about 3 feet in front of the camera.
And those are great for it too.
Yeah, some of those people were saying things in front of the camera were like, did he just fucking say what I thought he fucking said?
What is that, the H4?
Yeah. It's a
H4?
handy, it's a multi-channel field recorder for film work and live recordings of bands and
They're great. I like H4s.
That's a 6-channel actually, sorry.
Oh, is it? Is it a 6-channel?
It's got four XLRs. And you can also use the 2 mics on the top, or you can pin in 2 non-balanced recordings. These are balanced. These are unbalanced. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a great fucking. It's a great recorder, man.
Yeah.
I like those.
I use it when I'm on my bike, and I got a mic. I'm mic'd up. Yeah, and I have to sync the audio to the picture later on.
So is that what you use a lot for the vids? You use
only if it's a very noisy environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, those are great. I like them. I don't have the H4. I got the H2 and the H1. Right. I got to upgrade, but I like my H1 and H2. They're very reliable. I like them.
The very, very high bitrate one, which is it's 24 bit rate and 100 kilohertz, like 96 kilohertz frequency range, which is way beyond the spectrum of human hearing.
Yeah.
So you could use it for recording bats and things like that if you wanted to. Very, very high frequency, but you have to have ultrasonic mics to pick up bats. But so it's capable of doing a hell of a lot. But why it's good for ghost people, I think, is because you've got such a high dynamic range. Everything from really loud, which would clip normally, to very, very quiet. So like people whispering or like insect noises, on the ground, to people shouting and planes going over, and it records everything unclipped. And then later on, you can decide which bit you want. Do you want the loud bit or the quiet bit? And you can move up and down. You can bring the highs down and lows up. Yeah.
And that's the thing too, I think, Matt, when people buy these recorders, they don't know how to use them properly. They don't. They just, look, it records in 4 or 6 channels. Cool. And that's it. And then they don't understand, but you can utilize each recording, to its fullest extent, like as you mentioned there. They're
Yeah,
great.
very,
I love.
very powerful bits of kit. Yeah,
Oh yeah, love them
and cheap as well. I mean, like, you can
for
pick
the
up
price. Yeah.
one of those high dynamic recorders for about £190, and it's the size of it's like that size. It fits in your pocket, just like
Yeah.
that. Hide it in your pocket, and you've got the high dynamic range that you really need to fix the audio later when you get home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, people. Oh, why do you spend so much money on recorders when you can just get a cheap digital recorder? It does the same thing. It doesn't,
Yeah,
especially digital.
yeah. With digital, you need a lot of range, dynamic range, and a lot of frequency response. Yeah.
Content is the answer to a video, maybe, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called oversampling.
Yeah,
all the biggest studios record at like 192. Is it 192 kilohertz frequency range, which is even higher than these things record. In studios, they record like really high frequency for oversampling. So when it's all dubbed down to a lower sampling rate, it sounds perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I love employing them in the field. Great, some phenomenal shit over the years of employing them. But yeah, like for just everyday use, though, too, in certain environments, they're just amazing. Like you mentioned, in noisy environments, using a multi-track recorder like the Zoom, they're amazing. You can manipulate the noise pollution, which is great.
It can produce you two files at once. One is a high noise file. This is if you don't want to employ the high dynamic range. You can even say, no, record it to save space on low dynamic range, but give me a high recording and a low recording. It'll give you two files. Yeah,
Exactly. Great stuff. So when can we expect the next video from Secret Vault?
If I don't get too drunk tonight, and one of my friends, his computer's just gone down. It's blue screened, and he needs me to recover it. So I'm going to probably go over there in the morning and recover his computer for him, because he likes playing games. He likes going on the net. He doesn't want to lose his data. He doesn't want to just reinstall Windows and lose things and not know where they are and all that. So I'm going to go and help him, see if we can recover it, get it back on its feet. Yeah.
One thing I wanted to ask you too. We've got a thing going on here. It's called the Project DeForest Trail Cam Fund, and I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna pick your brains about trail cams.
Yeah, you can use trail cams or security cams.
So what specs? What would you say are good specs for like a respectable trail cam?
Well, you need one that's obviously going to do infrared.
Yeah.
Where is it? Here we go. This I used this on a ghost hunt once. These are security cams, and where is he? Here he is. Yeah. I don't have much of a use for these except for ghost hunting. I mean, they're just sitting in my drawer, or sitting in the box there. But this one, fairly cheap, but it'll do 1080p in infrared. It can do two modes. You can either activate upon motion, where it only records for when there's motion.
Okay.
Or you can tell it to record continuously, and you can analyze your footage later on. These are used for in-house, like for home security systems.
Yeah.
And it's Wi-Fi, so you can monitor it from a distance whilst you're in a room. You can watch what the cameras outside are doing. All four cameras at once if you want.
So I mean, what if it's in an area like I said, the forest in a pioneer cemetery, and you want to say there's an app that will collect information that it gathers. So what is it? Bluetooth? Are we talking about Bluetooth enabled?
Wi-Fi enabled.
But what if there's no Wi-Fi there though?
Do you create your own local Wi-Fi spot yourself?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
If if you know what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
You can link to that without
Yeah.
having a broadband router and without being at home and without being connected to the internet. You could be in the middle of nowhere. You could be in a cave, and provided you can get the Wi-Fi around the corners of the cave,
Yeah.
and you could do multi-point repeaters in the cave to get the distance around the corners if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But they'll record, and then later on when you get home, because it's got the timestamps on it, you could
Yeah.
easily sync it back up together, so you can show all the cameras and mix from camera to camera, so you can show what's happening real time whilst you're recording live, or you're recording on your camera,
Yeah.
and then you can go to all the other cameras because the times will be able to easily sync up. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, I was looking into them, and a lot of them will have an app that's associated with it where you can like sort of link it up to that app, and that app will collect the information from the camera, whatever video or photos it takes when there's motion. And
That's a Rio link, and I don't recommend
Yeah.
them as home security cameras, because I got them,
yeah.
and then I found out they don't connect to the internet as well as I wanted. So
Wow.
I now use a system called Eufy.
Eufy.
So Eufy,
Eufy. Yeah, I've heard of
yeah.
Eufy.
EUFY.
Yeah, I've heard of Eufy.
But Reolink, they're cheap. They're
Yeah.
cheap. So you're not really at a loss if you know how to use them. They can be used for field work rather than home security work, because they will record and send and safely store on the internet your footage for a number of days. So if you're not home and your broadband's connected, they'll safely. So if somebody nicks the camera, which
Yeah.
has got an SD card, and they nick your camera, you've still got it on the internet. So you can still catch the faces of the burglars that burgled your house,
Yeah.
but you can't watch it live unless you're in the Wi-Fi area and you're in your local area network. Yeah. So
Green Diesel says Hinge is fucking amazing.
yeah, yeah, they are very amazing.
I'm gonna have to check him out for sure. Hinge. Awesome. Well, dude, that's pretty much it for me. But I'm definitely gonna have you on in the new season when we start the new season up for a full
man.
show. For a full
Okay.
show to shoot the shit about a lot of stuff, because I love picking your brain. I love
Yeah.
picking your brain, man. So
Yeah,
Well,
Cal00 says Ring cameras are arse. They are, because they share
Yeah.
your footage. They share your footage with Amazon, who says you don't have the
Exactly.
right. You don't have the rights to your own footage. We do as Amazon, and we can
Yeah.
sell it. We can sell it to TV companies without your
Exactly.
permission. Without
Yeah.
your permission. Yeah.
We'll fill these TV shows up of all the fucking weird shit that happens at your home. Yeah, absolutely. Ring cameras fucking suck shit. Indeed. Yeah, definitely, Matt. I'll definitely shoot you over some dates, and we'll definitely have you on for a full show. I think that'd be great. A
Cool, man.
ring piece.
Yeah. No, I went to sleep for a few hours, and then I woke up, and some people had left me messages, and then I saw you were live, and I thought, oh, hello, let's get up and wake up. And 2 pints earlier on knocked me out to go to sleep, but now I'm awake, so I'm just probably going to do a little.
You're
bit
gonna
of
do a little
editing.
live? You're gonna do a live?
No, I'm going to
No?
probably have a look at my edits and
Yeah,
see what I'm forgetting to do, because I haven't edited for about 2-3 weeks now. So yeah, just
yeah.
I'm having a bit of downtime from it. Yeah.
Yeah. Understandable, obviously, because you got so much shit going on, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen Trail Cam to buy yet? No, not yet. B. I'm looking. I want to make sure I absolutely grab the best one, or the most suitable for the scenario at hand. So no, I haven't gone out and purchased it yet. And again, like I said, if anybody wants to donate to that, obviously you're more than welcome to donate. And again, I will keep everybody in the loop about whatever footage and everything else that's captured at DeForest. If you're interested, obviously just email me at nocturnalfrequencyradio@gmail.com, and I will get you the PayPal to send the moolah to the donation, whatever. And again, I will keep you all up to date as to when the camera's purchased and when the camera's placed. So, and again, yeah, Matt, I'm sure I'll pick your brain a little bit more about that, obviously. Until September 8th, our good friend Reeves Cook will kick off the new season, 16th season of Nocturnal Frequency Radio. And of course, you can listen. Well, you can't listen to it live on New Visions because it won't be live. It'll only be replay on the network. But September 17th will be the first official live show with our good friend Fred Anderson, or sorry, Pat Fitzhugh, the Bell Witch story and more. So, Matt, my friend, take care. Thanks for coming up, man. It's always great to chat with you, man.
Yeah, no worries, man.
All right. Take care, everybody in chat. John, Blood, B, Cal, Gambia, and Diesel and more. Green Diesel and more. Take care, everyone. Have a good night.
All the best.
See ya.
Cheers.